Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Monday, April 19th at 1:53 p.m. here in sunny California. And we have had a quite eventful weekend, the kind of weekend that would rob you of your peaceful sleep, that would rob you of your joy in the morning, and that would rob you of your love during the day. Listen, if anything can rob you of your sleep, it can rob you of your joy. And anything that robs you of your joy can rob you of your love. When I say that we make it our aim to sleep in peace at night, wake in joy in the morning, and walk in love during the day, I'm thinking specifically of these types of nights, these types of mornings, and these types of days. You see, these types of moments are both designed to cause us to panic, and they're also caused by panic in the first place. What caused this engulfing bearish candle right here, which really in 1 6-hour period took us down 14%? What caused that? I mean, what in the world happened there? Well, from what I can gather, it was a combination of factors: a low hash rate caused by outages in China. People went into panic sell mode against that low hash rate, and it caused a wall of liquidations across the market. Liquidations. People trading on margin got liquidated across the world. And actually, I read somewhere that there were almost 1 million liquidations in the crypto market. 1 million people got liquidated, their entire trading accounts wiped out in one fell swoop. But I was very thankful and very happy to discover upon awaking on Sunday morning that in the cryptogenic trading community, there were 0 liquidations. And the reason there were 0 liquidations is because in the cryptogenic trading community, we are very intentional about using leverage in responsible and healthy ways. And because of that, in our trading portfolio, we're actually still up about 150%. But back to what's going on in the market here. What we see here is that Bitcoin, number one, in the RSI has broken beneath this line here. But number two, this is, I think, is more important. It broke beneath the 200-day EMA. This is actually the first time Bitcoin has broken beneath the 200-day EMA on the 6-hour chart since October 1st, 2020. And the fact that it closed one candle beneath the EMA, that is a cause for concern. Had we remained beneath that EMA, that would have been a cause for us to assume, if that EMA had become resistance, that a greater correction is at hand and that Bitcoin's real correction has started and it's going to probably drop about another 20-30%. However, it quickly rebounded and jumped up above that EMA, and now that EMA is support, and we're closing another candle above the 200-day EMA, which suggests for me that Bitcoin's bull run might not quite be over. Let me show you this from another angle. First of all, you remember this chart where I thought we were seeing an inverted cup, an inverse cup that was going to take us down to 53,000. It got there, just not the pathway that I thought it was going to take. But we definitely hit that bearish target. We just kind of went up and established a new all-time high first. So, secondly, looking over here, I anticipated that we would check in with this 200-day EMA. I'm sorry, with this 50-day EMA here on the daily. I just didn't anticipate that I was a bit too early. And I thought about this. If you use cyclic lines and you go from this touch to this touch, that's about the timing that we should expect to check in with the EMA. I was a bit early in my estimation of when we were going to check in with that EMA. But secondly, looking at this, of course, if you look at the RSI, it doesn't actually look like anything devastating has happened. In the RSI, it just looks like a continuation of this bearish trend. Basically, the momentum is still leaving the market. But if you follow this trajectory, each time Bitcoin comes up, touches, comes down, comes up, touches, comes down, comes up, touches, comes down, it's not done. It could still come up and touch that line again. If I extend this line forward a bit, it could very easily come up and touch that line again, but every time it comes up and touches this line, it's making a lower high. It tends to make a higher high in the price action. So we could still see Bitcoin come up and either touch this line or break this line. And if we look at it from this perspective here, what happened just simply took us to the bottom of this trend, and we're still at this line, maybe slightly above it, slightly below it. You know, it looks like a doji is forming there. But if we get a bounce in the RSI that takes us back up to this line, it could very well take us back up to the top of this trend line before it goes into its full-on correction. So I think it's very possible that Bitcoin has one more leg up, one more wave before it goes into its full-on correction. Now, on the other hand, take a look at Litecoin here. Litecoin, this whole crash structure here that happened, didn't even take us down to the 50-day EMA. With Bitcoin, it took us below the 50. Like we crashed below, we wicked down below it and then jumped back up above it. And now the 50-day EMA is support for Bitcoin on the daily chart. But for Litecoin, we didn't even come down to it. Secondly, the RSI for Litecoin continues to be bullish. Now we broke above this line, but this line being above this line in and of itself is still bullish. And so the fact that the RSI is above that trend where we're no longer making lower highs in the RSI means that the bullish trajectory for Litecoin is still intact. So yes, Litecoin from the top to the bottom did drop 28% in this crash, but it found support at $249. See, I was a dummy. I'm learning that I tend to always think we're going lower than we are and always think we're going higher than we are. And that's just kind of common. But I had a buy order in here for Litecoin at 225, and I thought about raising it to 250. I wish I would have raised it to 250 because that would have been awesome. However, we might be able to touch this line again at $249, and if so, I'll definitely have a buy order waiting there to pick up some more Litecoin on the way and probably trade some with my trading group. We shall see. BCH, same type of thing. BCH dropped 27.91%, but it's still in this bullish trajectory. We finished this cup. We broke above the cup. I've set a target of $1,212. We touched that target, and now we're consolidating a bit. But I mean, if you look at this and you didn't know that anything happened on Sunday, you look at this 3-day chart for BCH, you'd just be like, yeah, that looks normal. It's just a natural part of its bullish trajectory and its bullish continuum. Same thing for XRP, but XRP was a bit more volatile. Actually, if we count the top here, from the top to the bottom, we dropped 37.7%. But even still, we did not break below this trend line. We wicked beneath it for half a second, and then that supply was absorbed real quick. Looks like we're making a doji right now, but hopefully we can get above this $1.45 line and make that support again. And if so, we're on our way. But as long as we're above this trend line here, there is nothing to worry about with XRP. If we break it below that trend line and then break below this line of support, all right, then, all right, maybe we're going to come back down and retest 78 cents. But even that wouldn't be a worry for me because all in all, the market structure and the bullish trajectory for XRP is strong, and I don't anticipate us breaking beneath this line. But here's one of the big winners of the day. Yes, we dropped 25%, but if you look at Digibyte, we're basically completely recovered. I mean, Digibyte is basically back where it was. Digibyte is like, yeah, you guys can go into correction if you want to. I've been in correction. I mean, look how long Digibyte has consolidated for us. Now we're just waiting. I've just been waiting. But we still got, a lot of bullishness in the RSI. The MACDs are just bullish like crazy. I'm expecting a major impulsive wave for Digibyte and just really expecting big things out of DGB shortly. I guess what I wanted you to know today is that the market structure is still intact. The bullish structure of this market, we're still in a bull market. The bottom has not fallen out of it. We're still above the EMA here. We're still above, even Bitcoin is still above the 50-day EMA on the daily. And so, trip not, fear not. Don't let this rob you of your sleep. Don't let this rob you of your joy. Don't let this rob you of your peace. Because you know what? If you take my peace when I'm trying to sleep and you take my joy when I wake up in the morning, then you can take my love. And my love for my family members, my love for my friends, my love for my community, nothing's going to take that from me. And especially not a 20 to 30% correction. I mean, think about it. Where was your portfolio a month ago? Now compare it to where you are today. Even with a 30% drop, you're still strongly in the realm of profitability. The cool thing about the crypto market is that if you're in, you get to enjoy sometimes 1,000% returns. But the difficult thing about the crypto market is that on the way to 1,000% return, sometimes is a 40% correction. And if you can tolerate the 40% correction, you can enjoy the 1,000% return. You got to hold on. Hold on for dear life. All is well. All right, my friends, that's all I got for you today. Make it your aim to sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every morning, walk in love every day. And with that being said, this is Cryptogenic signing out.